welcome back. We're starting to do some glue up. This is a couple of boards that have already been glued up to create what's going to be the panel for the doors. It's like a big frame and panel style door, so it looks like individual boards because we put a, it's kind of hard to see, we put a chamfer in here, so it looks like individual boards, but they're all glued together so that it floats as one big panel instead of having to, shiplap or otherwise use actual individual pieces. We just made it look like they're individual pieces. So I have a couple more. I glued this up in one piece. There's two more pieces that we need to add to this, and I just didn't want to do it all in one shot. The next pieces are right here, and they actually have, I put a bunch of dominoes in the edge of all of them, 5mm dominoes, just to keep the panels aligned. I'm not really looking for strength or anything out of them. So I'm going to get some glue on these other two boards and start to glue up. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is make our grooves in the rails and stiles. And to start, we're going to use a router with an edge guide. Here you can see I set the first distance here, and it's a 1/2 inch bit. We're going to make a 3/4 inch groove, so I'll move the bit over a little bit and finish that pass, and then I'll make it in a couple passes to get the depth. This is just a scrap test piece here. I'll get the depth down to the right depth. What we're using is just a 1/2 inch bit, 1/2 inch straight cutting bit, Bosch router with an edge guide hooked up to the Festool CT26. Just keeps the dust down. Works pretty good. So I'll go through, make all of the grooves, set up for the width, and then we'll do the chamfering after that. So now we're going to turn our attention to doing the vertical stiles. We have to put a groove in these, but these are going to be a stopped groove. So you can see I marked lines on here where we need to start and stop the router. We're going to use the same router setup, but you'll see I'll just plunge in with the router bit where it meets the lines. So same basic setup, just a little bit more to watch out for. Okay, here's the first set of grooves done in the long rail. You can see where the grooves start and stop. Now the router leaves a rounded edge, so you have to go through and trim that with a hammer and chisel and square those up so that the panel sits flush. So we go right up to the line. We did that on both sides. Here's the other side. The same groove. Now this is just a first pass. This groove is going to have to be a little deeper. Not depth-wise, I should say a little wider. But we'll change the setting on the router and then route all the pieces. That way they're all exactly the same, instead of going back and forth with the setting each time.